Welcome to the 340 Club. In this video, we'll be looking at divisibility rules. These are rules that help us determine if a number is divisible by another number by observing the number or performing simple arithmetic. So in this video, we'll be looking at the rules for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So you want to determine if a number is divisible by any of these 7 numbers without punching it in a calculator, either by observing the number or performing simple arithmetic. First is the divisibility rule for 2. This is a rule I believe every student is already conversant with. So it's basically being able to tell if a number is even or not. And we know how to do that by observing the last digits of the number or the unit digits of the number. If the number in the unit place or the digits in the unit place of the number is even, then it means that number is divisible by 2. So the number in the unit place is a 0, a 2, a 4, 6, or an 8. Then we can conclude the number is divisible by 2. Some examples are 852, 1478, 6616, and 4530. Let's look at the rule for 3. So in this case, we'll be summing up the digits that make up the number. So you perform a sum of the digits that make up the number. If the sum of the digits that make up the number is divisible by 3, or it's a multiple of 3, then that number is a multiple of 3. So you sum the digits and you expect to get a 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, or any other simple multiple of 3. Then we can conclude the number is divisible by 3. You can repeat the process until you get a number you're 100% sure is a multiple of 3. The first example, 697929. So you perform the sum of the digits and you have 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9 plus 2 plus 9, and that gives us 42. If it's not obvious 42 is divisible by 3, you can repeat the process. So 4 plus 2, and that gives us a 6. And now we can conclude safely that 697929 is divisible by 3. Next, 13755. So we perform the sum 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5, and that gives us 21. And 21 is a multiple of 3. So the number 13755 is a multiple of 3. If it's not clear, we can repeat the process. So 2 plus 1, that gives us a 3, and then we are 100% sure. The divisibility rule for 4. So just like that of 2, we'll be looking at the end of the number. But in this case, we're looking at the last 2 digits of the number. So you observe the last 2 digits of the number. If the last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then the entire number is divisible by 4. Or if the last 2 digits of the number is a multiple of 4, then the entire number is a multiple of 4. Some examples will be 2104. So 04 is divisible by 4, so it means the number 2104 is divisible by 4. 5536. 36 is a multiple of 4, so the entire number 5536 is divisible by 4. 8500. 0 is divisible by 4, so the entire number 8500 is divisible by 4. 1352244. 44 is divisible by 4, so the number 1352244 is divisible by 4. Divisibility rule for 5 is a rule I believe every student already knows and applies. So you simply observe the last digits of the number. If it's a 0 or a 5, then the entire number is divisible by 5. So once the number ends in a 0 or a 5, then that number is divisible by 5. Some examples will be 1205, 3255, and 6570. Next is the divisibility rule for 6. As we all know, when 6 is expressed as a product of prime factors, it's 2 times 3 or 2 by 3. So in this case, to test if a number is divisible by 6, we test to see if it's divisible by 2 and then test to see if it's divisible by 3. If it passes both tests, then the number is definitely divisible by 6. So first example, 4758. So for the test for 2, it ends in an even number. So 4758 is even. And next, the test for 3. You sum the digits that make up the number. And we have 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 8. And that gives us 24. 24 is one of the simple multiples of 3. So it means the number 4758 is divisible by 6. Next up is 323352. So ends in an even number, so it's divisible by 2. And next up is the sum. So 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 gives us 18, which is a multiple of 3. So it means that number is divisible by 3 and 2. So therefore it's divisible by 6. The divisibility rule for 8 is similar to that of 4 and also that of 2, in that we are observing the end of the number. In this case, you are looking at the last 3 digits of the number. If the last 3 digits of the number are divisible by 8, or the last 3 digits of the number is a multiple of 8, then we can conclude the number is divisible by 8. Some examples will be 12032. 32 is divisible by 8, so the entire number 12032 is divisible by 8. 45664. 664 is divisible by 8, so the entire number 664 is divisible by 8. 41,000, 000, that's just a 0. 0 is divisible by 8, so 41,000 is divisible by 8. 777672. 672 is divisible by 8, so the entire number is divisible by 8. The divisibility rule for 9 is just like that for of 3. So we are going to add up the digits that make up the number. And if the digits gives us a sum that is divisible by 9, or it's a multiple of 9, then we can conclude the number is divisible by 9. So if you get a sum that is 9, 18, 27, 36, or any number we are 100% sure is divisible by 9, then we can conclude the number is divisible by 9. An example is 787959. So 7 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 plus 5 plus 9 gives us 45. And 45 is definitely a multiple of 9. If it's not sure, you can repeat the process until you get a number you're 100% sure is a multiple of 9. So 4 plus 5 gives us 9. In that case, we are definitely sure it's a multiple of 9. So the number is divisible by 9. Another example is 73755. So 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5 gives us 27, and 27 is a multiple of 9. That means the number 73755 is divisible by 9. Now let's look at some examples. So first, if 32A456 is divisible by 9, then what is the value of A? So we know the rule for 9 is you perform a sum of the digits. And if the sum results in a number that is divisible by 9, then the entire number is divisible by 9. Let's perform our sum, and we have 20 plus A as the result. That means 20 plus A must be a multiple of 9. So what's the closest multiple of 9 to 20? And that's greater than 20, and that is 27. So 20 plus A should equal 27. So therefore, A should equal 7. Next example. The number 121323192 is divisible by which of the following numbers? Indicate all such numbers. So we have some possible answers. A is 2, B 3, C 4, D 5, E 6, F 8, and G 9. So for 2, we just observe the last digit or the digits in the units place, and it's a 2, which means the entire number is divisible by 2. And next is 3. For 3, we have to perform a sum of the digits. So let's perform our sum. We get a result of 24, which is a multiple of 3. So it means the number 121323192 is divisible by 3. Next is 4. 4, we observe the last two digits of the number. So 92. 92 is divisible by 4. So it means the entire number is divisible by 4. For 5, we observe the digits in the last place, the units place. And it's not a 0 or a 5, so the number is not divisible by 5. And for 6, we know it's divisible by 6 because it passed the test for 2 and 3. So the number is divisible by 6. Next is 8. So we look at the last three digits of the number 192. And yes, 192 is divisible by 8, which means the number is divisible by 8. And lastly, 9. So 9 performed the sum, which we've already done. We have 24. 24 is not a multiple of 9, so the number is not divisible by 9.